So today, we're taking it back old school, using something pretty special and probably what I believe to be the last great offering from EA and DICE as a reward for being loyal to Battlefield, and that is the M1 Garand. In Bad Company 2, this thing is known as a veteran weapon, one that can only be available to people who've played 2 previous Battlefield titles. And that makes it unique in many ways, as pre-Bad Company, the series was very much PC focused, and seeing as console players had a very limited pool of games to pick from that were available as a Battlefield game, then that made it very hard to get. However, we are now 6 years on from release. The game turned 6 on March 2nd. I made a video last year when the game became 5 years old. You can check that out in the top right hand corner. But for me, it still feels like the Battlefield game currently that's most accomplished. Sure, Battlefield 3 was the biggest game in the franchise's history, and Battlefield 4 right now is doing surprisingly well in terms of player retention, but BC2, for me, is where the love is at. The thing about the M1 Garand is, it symbolised what dedication to the series should be. It serves as a marker to everyone in the game, even in the server, that the guy who just killed you with it has been playing this franchise for a long time. It's really visual, it's right there in the kill cam, it's instantly recognisable. Even the sound, the iconic reload ping, it's all in there. That player has spent time playing Battlefield, and he's got an awesome reward for doing so. I mean, look at BF3, the M1911, that was the veteran weapon there. It looks the same as all the other handguns. It's silver, it sounds like a pea shooter, and it lacks presence. In Battlefield 4, we got a lousy 200% XP boost. I mean, come on. And a 3-time scope for the Magnum? That's not even a practical scope to be using on a revolver, it's just ridiculous. Everyone had the Magnum already, so it wasn't really very exclusive. And don't even get me started on Hardline. An in-game patch for your kill cam, one that you have to equip, one that's not even there all the time, to tell people you're a veteran? I mean, come on. BC2 absolutely nailed it when it came to fan appreciation. The M1 Garand is really iconic, it stands out, and you feel just awesome using it. The M1 in-game, though, is basically a reskin of the M14 rifle. I mean, the M14 is a descendant of the M1. The M1 is the daddy, so to speak. So what you really have is a veteran reward here that's just an awesome-looking gun skin. And that's basically cosmetic customization right there. The M1 does have some different weapon stats. It's got a longer reload time to incorporate the awesome ping sound, and its magazine capacity is slightly lower, but again, that's to be expected. It has better iron sights than the M14 though, which makes it really good for medium range combat, because of course you can't put any optics on here, so they needed to sort of balance it one way and another against a gun like the M14, the Mod Zero version, which is infinitely better in real life anyway. But at its core, the M1 Garand here in BC2 is just a straight up reskin of the M14. And for me, that's a good thing. Giving a veteran of the franchise something stupidly overpowered, that would just be an absolute nightmare. Just because they've spent time playing the game doesn't mean they should get an advantage, but giving them something visually appealing, something special, that other players can clearly see, that's how rewards should be done. And moving forward, that's how I think Battlefield should be rewarding everyone playing the game. See, if you give a veteran a cool skin for their M1 Garand, then why not reward a great recon player who's really good at getting headshots with a cool camo for that sniper rifle? Battlefield 4 has all of these weapon skins, which is really nice to see. That's some good customization right there. But they're all very generic. They're all very meaningless. Sure, some of them you have to go off and you have to do certain things in order to achieve them. Like the Black Shark camo, you needed to get a ton of vehicle destroys to get that thing. But then you can apply that camo to anything in the game that you can put a camo on. It's not specifically limited to what you did in order to get it. So what I'm trying to say is, if somebody's really good at taking out vehicles with their RPG, then maybe you should give them a cool camo for their RPG because they're really good at using that. That's basically what you're doing with the Veteran program. You're dedicated to playing Battlefield games, so here's a weapon that no one else has because you've been playing the game for so long. the same thing can be transplanted to other objectives within the game and make people feel good for doing something in the game that they enjoy doing. What I'm really trying to get at here is that I think Battlefield has lost its core focus on the fan base who plays the game consistently and does a good job at doing certain things in the game. It's natural that you'd want to widen your lens and capture more players and get them into the franchise, but the lens has been so wide with Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 that it kind of felt that the people who got the franchise to where it is, the people who consistently play this game all the time, not the people who buy the game on release and then play it for a few hours and never play it again, the people that stick around and play these games for a long time, it kind of feels like they've been forgotten a little bit. Maybe scale back some of the let's include everybody mentality and reward the long-time players, the people who consistently pick up their controller or sit down in front of their PC and play this game. Give them something that they can feel proud to display on the screen. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think on the veteran status in Battlefield down in the comments. Maybe it needs changing up, maybe you like it the way it is, or maybe even tell me something completely unrelated to the video. That's cool as well. And whilst you're down there, drop me a like, it's really appreciated. But until next time, my name is Westy, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.